Hi and welcome back to our YouTube channel. After the melted ice cream, very sweet and gentle makeup I did last week, I thought let's create a demon. So this is it. And if you want to know how you can create a makeup just like this one, please keep watching because I will show you step by step in the coming video. So before I started filming, I quickly blocked my eyebrows. I have a few different ways to do this. That has been a discussion on Facebook lately. This time I chose to just put a bit of spirit gum in there. It is very quick, it is very easy, and I brushed the hairs up to make my eyebrows appear a bit thinner. So I don't have that layer of hair. I have spread that out over my face. So the first step I will take in creating this makeup today is put a wound on my skin, and for this I'm going to use scalp gel. So I'm just going to mix the 3 parts in equal amounts and put a nice wound over my eye. I have a separate video on how to work with scalp gel. If you are new to it, I definitely recommend you to watch that video as well before you start with your own set of scalp gel. For now I will just apply it to my skin and talk you through it a bit, but the other video has more information on the scalp gel. I have my scalp gel on the mixing palette and I will put it on my forehead to my eye first. I can safely put it on my eyebrows as I block these with the spirit gum, obviously. So I will put a thin layer of the scalp gel on my forehead. And with a bit of alcohol on my spatula, I will smooth out this layer of scalp gel. And I'm creating a bit of skin texture using a stipple sponge. So just dab over it very gently. And creating the wound with the pointy side of the spatula. So just put it on your skin. And create a wound you like. You can just put a straight line in there. You can wiggle your spatula a bit. It depends on the look you want to achieve. That is the base of the wound with the scalp gel. As you can see, it is easy enough to create a wound like this one. So this does need to dry or set for about 10 minutes, and that is good because we can continue to the next step in this makeup. And that is some old wounds which I will make with rigid collodion on my other cheek. So normally you have an eyebrow pencil in a reddish brown color and you just draw a few lines to create the base of these scars. I misplaced my eyebrow pencil in that shade, so I'm just gonna draw it on with a bit of water activated face paint. I have the red by Maron Paradise. That works very well as well, but it's easier using the eyebrow pencil. So I didn't really think of how these scars should look on my skin. Yeah, I think that could look nice. I don't want any rigid collodion on the soft tissue under my eyes. I don't want it on my lips either. Putting it on there is okay, but removing it again is very painful. So if you can avoid those, well, delicate bits of skin on your face, you should definitely avoid them. And the skin on my cheek has enough flexibility to wrinkle very well. It wouldn't work as well on my nose or my forehead. So I think this is the correct placing. I'm just going to brush on 4 layers of the rigid collodion. It isn't science, just get a layer on there, wait for a few minutes, get a new layer on there until the scar is as deep as you want. You can make loads more layers, you can use less layers. I usually go around 4 to 5 layers until I think that looks like a nice scar. So that's what I'm gonna do now. And that is 4 layers of the rigid collodion, and as you can see, that is a lovely deep scar. So now I can continue to the scalp gel. I'm quickly gonna powder this with the natural set powder by Ben Nye. It takes away the shine and makes it easier to paint over it with the alcohol activated makeup. Time to get the skin tone in order, and I don't want to go all white with this look. I just want to be very pale. So I have 2 Encore palettes. The top one is the Skin Cover Up and the lower one is the Undead palette. It has two very light off-white colors in there that can help me to create a nice light skin tone. So I'm probably gonna start out with the Undead palette and then add a few colors of the skin tone palette to not become too white. And I'm gonna stipple these colors on the skin using one of the Titanic Effects brushes. This is the large stipple brush. It is number 110 and it is brilliant to make a base of any makeups using alcohol activated makeup. So I'm very sorry, I had someone on the phone I really had to talk to, but I colored the wound red, basic red. There will be blood in there, obviously, with the same colors from the Undead palette. There was a red in there and a brownish color, and that made the base of this wound. So here is the base. Time to put some shadows in, and once again I'm going to work with the Cool Glam palette by Van Nye. I absolutely love this palette, and today I'm going to work with the grays and the black in this palette to really put a shadow in there. So I'm going to start out with the lightest color of gray. On to the slightly darker color of gray. It is time for the colored contacts, and I chose the Sharp Eye set by Ericona. I think they will go nicely with this makeup once it's done. So I have a tear. This is the Essential Black by Diamond Effects. I'm just going to create some shapes on my skin with this. That is the black. Now before I will continue to changing my lips and adding the blood and some fake teeth, I have this. So this is a fake tattoo and I have had this one for years. And I never had a plan of putting them in a video, but I think that my makeup for today can use a tattoo. So this is a skull, as you can see, with a nice moth on it. And it works very easily. You just rip off the plastic sheet, put it on the skin and add water to it until the paper loosens. It's kind of the same as the Tinsley transfers, but then with a regular tattoo. So I will put it in my neck. It is very big and I'm hoping it will go on as I had planned, but that is what I'm gonna do now. So that went very easily. I am gonna let this dry for a minute and then hopefully it will stay on the skin once it's moving. So the tattoo is on and I quickly added another one as well. I know you can just see a part of it, but it is a sugar skull. And I obviously quickly put on my wig as well, which keeps creeping backwards, but I will make that work. So I feel like I need a bit more black around the eyes. Now I have this incredible dark look that I'm creating. So here is a bit more black eyeshadow, because you never can have too much black eyeshadow. For my lips I have color 127 by Superstar. It is called Plum and it is a lovely dark red color. And I think it would match my makeup better than the lipstick I'm wearing at this point. So I'm just going to put it over my lipstick. As this is a long-lasting one, very hard to remove, I can better just paint over it. For blood in my wound I have the Clot Paste by Vermilion Effects. A lovely, very dark red paste that you can just apply in a wound. So I don't want to get the hairs from my wig in the way. And last but not least, I have the Aged Blood by Mold Life. I will just get it around that wound a little bit, so it gets a bit more realistic, our wound, instead of just this big gash on my skin. So I will just apply it around the wound, in the wound, without smearing that cloth paste everywhere. And with a wet baby wipe, I will gently remove most of this blood again. And I do want that orange stain, a bit of that orange stain at least, to stay on the skin. Yes, that looks nice. So finally I have two things left to do. The first one is get my teeth in a different color, and the second one is apply some fangs I prepared for this video. So the color I have chosen is white today, and why is that? That is because the teeth are wider than my teeth are. I am a very heavy coffee drinker, and well, that stains the teeth, so that's why they aren't as white as the fangs are. I'm quickly gonna clean my teeth, add the tooth effects, and then apply the teeth. So now I'm afraid that my teeth are actually too white. So here are the fangs. So as you can hear, I start to hiss a bit when I put the fangs in. That is absolutely normal. If you would want to wear fangs, but you don't want to change your speech as much as I am doing at this point, you can wear smaller fangs. Only wear the upper fangs would probably help. But I love these scarecrow fangs, so I thought I would wear them for this tutorial. So that completes my dark demon makeup tutorial for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel in the link below to stay tuned on all our videos. For now, I wish you a wonderful day, and I hope to see you back next time.